Thousands of Filipino protesters took the streets of Manila on Monday, ahead of Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s first speech address in the nation. The protests called for the new government to tackle main issues which the country had been struggling with, including unemployment growth, inflation, independent foreign policy and justice for human rights victims under Marcos Jr.'s father. The latter had repeatedly been accused of jailing and even killing many of his opponents during his ruling period.
We are facing a very bad economic crisis. On top of that, we have efforts to revise history, distort history, and glorify the dictatorship of Marcos's father, Ferdinand Sr. We cannot allow these things to happen. That's why we are protesting. We are demanding that this regime address the urgent demands of the people and stop historical distortions, stop denying history, and take accountability for the crimes of the dictatorship. You have to control inflation. You have to increase wages, you have to address agriculture slump, you have to stop the new taxes, we have to fix the nation's debt, and we have to address the human rights crisis as well.
Marcos Jr., who won a landslide victory in May election, is expected to outline his new roadmap which might lead the country out of its social and economic turmoil.
Isa kasi syempre ang mga kabataan ngayon.
The youth are some of the most vocal when it comes to different issues. Given the current administration, we are the ones frequently blacklisted, as we are often called terrorists. There is a need for safe spaces for the youth, and we are also fighting for our academic freedom.
Isa kami sa laging natatawag ng mga terorista.
Around 20,000 police officers and anti-riot troops were deployed in the metropolitan Manila to secure the ceremony before a joint session of Congress at the House of Representatives. Marcos Jr., who known as Bongbong, is seen as one of the most challenged leaders in the country's recent history. He will serve until 2028 with his unavoidable vice president, Sara Duterte Carpio.